You mentioned the American lawyers. The United States has been designated as the focus country for the 2026 International Day of the Endangered Lawyer. Citing concerns over political interference with the legal profession. Given your experience, how do you assess the current state of judicial independence and the rule of law in the US? You partially mentioned that, and what do you think the implications are going to be, in a nutshell?
Well, with lawyers, what Trump has done is gone after some of the big law firms and said, we are going to bar you from federal offices, really undermining a big part of your legal practice unless you cut a deal with us. And the deal often involves giving, millions upon millions of dollars worth of free legal services to Trump's pet causes. And what this is really about is trying to deter these lawyers from bringing lawsuits against the Trump administration. Now, the sad fact is that some of the big law firms have capitulated. They've appeased Trump, they've cut deals, but many others have resisted. So there again is a battle underway. With the judges, Trump has singled out certain judges by name who rule against him. But the good news is there have been something like 400 rulings against the Trump administration. So most judges are continuing to uphold the rule of law. The US Supreme Court is a tricky thing. There Trump has a presumptive 6-3 majority in his favor. And the Supreme Court has been using its so-called emergency docket to uphold various Trump moves, often without opinions. These are, temporary rulings, but they often have huge significance. But what's interesting is that in some of the cases where Trump is clearly blatantly undermining the rule of law, he seems to be losing his majority. The 6-3 majority in his favor is turning into a 5-4 majority against him. And so it remains to be seen how often that occurs. But, with the big caveat of the Supreme Court, and we just don't know where it's going, most federal judges are doing their job and are protecting, everybody from immigrants to universities to what have you, from these, completely unjustified efforts to undermine their independence on the part of the Trump administration.